All right, you guys, I have our next comedian coming to the stage. He's very funny. He put this whole thing together. You can catch him producing and performing in comedy shows all around the DFW. His name is Zach Sprung.
Thanks, everybody. Give it up one more time for the very funny Jordan Yates. Excellent. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. How's everybody feeling out there? Good? Everybody hear me all right? Excellent. Excellent. So, man, I'm glad I'm feeling better because I woke up this morning feeling like a glazed donut. Just fat and sticky. Y'all know what I'm talking about, I'm sure, right? I didn't even do anything last night either. Just woke up feeling fat and sticky, you know? And I'm going to go ahead and address it right off the bat. I realize that I do look like a member of Good Charlotte that got kicked out of the band before they made it big, so I'll just throw that out there right off the bat, okay? Now, I'm a dad, and one of the funny things about dads, I think, is that, have you ever noticed that when they introduce themselves to another dad, they kind of sound like they're part of a 12-step program, right? It's like, hi, my name's Zach. I have a daughter, a wife, and a Bichon Frise. The other day I thought about having an opinion, but I spoke to my sponsor until that feeling went away, right? And they were like, welcome, Zach, welcome. I got a wife and kids too, man. Welcome, brother, Zach. Right? Poor dads, man, poor dads. We just can't catch a break sometimes. Now, I've been learning a lot too as I get older, you know. Some more grown man stuff now that I'm 36, you know, mid-30s there. You know, important stuff like the value of washing the dishes before you wash the dishes in the dishwasher, right? And also how to open the microwave completely silently so the kids and the wife don't know that I'm midnight snacking, right? Important stuff. But what I have not figured out yet is women's laundry, y'all. How to fold it, right? Can anybody fill me in on this? It's ridiculous, right? Like the straps and everything everywhere. I'm just trying to turn it right side out. You know. I've just made a straitjacket out of it. That's it, you know. Everything's all in the wrong place. And hardest part is, I don't even know what it is. Is it a blouse, a sweater, a skirt, wedges, heels, pants, capris? I have no idea. No idea at all. It's impossible. It's like you have to have a degree in engineering and architecture just to fold the laundry, you know? But I have a solution now, you know. I just recycle it. That's what I do. It just goes right back in the dirty clothes. If I can't figure it out, put it right back in, right? And it's like, hey, I thought you did the laundry. Have you seen my blouse? Nope, no idea. Sorry. Did you check the dirty clothes? Like, oh, I thought you did all the dirty clothes. Yeah, man, I thought so too. I don't know how I missed that one, you know? I swear, the other day, I'm trying to fold some laundry, and it takes me 10 minutes to figure out that the scarf is attached to the shirt. Yeah. And apparently they have jewelry connected to some of them, too. What's up with that, ladies? What kind of nightmare does that leave us, you know? It's terrible. It's terrible. Someday maybe I'll figure it out, but today's not that day. Y'all got to help us out there. Just fold them, you know? Now, the other thing that bothers me as a dad, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this, is lights being left on in the house all the time, right? Drives me nuts. I go on light patrols, you know? And my daughter loves to have the lights on when she goes to bed, but I figured that out too, you know? Now when she goes to bed, she just says, Dad, would you leave the lights on for me? I'm just like, sweetie, you don't want to do that. Then the serial killer will find you for sure. Right? I know. It's messed up. It really is. But I do have a heart, though, you know? I have a big heart, actually. Like a really big heart. I think they call it enlarged. Is anybody here O-positive? Yeah? We need to chat after the show, then you might be able to help me out, you know? Oh, man. So, one of the best things, too, about being a dad is road trips and stuff, right? And on the last one we took, I heard a little song called Baby Shark. Yeah, I heard some groans there. Some parents out there know Baby Shark. It's a fantastic song, said no one ever on a road trip, right? It's like the 351st time you've heard it, just driving along like, oh, God. I wish it was actually a daddy shark to just come take me out of my misery, right? Now, the funny thing is, a town in Florida decided that they were going to use that song to try and help them out with a problem. Apparently, they had homeless people sleeping at their government building, so they decided they'd play that song on a 24/7 loop to try and keep everybody away. It didn't work, you know? And I'm honestly not that surprised. What I don't understand is, they're in Florida, home of Disney World, right? Have they not ever seen the line, "It's a Small World After All"? Yeah, that's the world's most annoying song, and that line's like 3 hours long. So if that doesn't keep anybody away, why would Baby Shark, you know? What they really should have done was just play songs from my house. That would have worked, you know? Just sounds of songs from my house. Then it would have just been like, you know that arm wall's not going to build itself. Zachary, call your mother! Mom, Daddy's hitting me! Or whatever dogs say, I'm not too sure, you know? Then that tent they're living in doesn't look so bad at all, right? As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to Airbnb one for Father's Day this year, you know? Get the heck out of my house, you know what I'm saying? It'll be a great present. I love it. So have you guys noticed how much text messaging has changed lately? Right? It's like when we all started out texting, proper sentences, proper grammar, right? Sure, it took half an hour to say I love you, but that's okay. Then we kind of went down from there and started spelling your like you are, you know? Then we went to LOLs, WTFs, LMFAOs, abbreviations, right? Well, now it's just emojis. Have you guys noticed this, right? So it's like you have to have a degree in Egyptology or hieroglyphics or something like that to be able to figure it out. I'm like, gosh, what does cherry, peach, smiley face, wave mean, you know? I have no idea. And honestly, it's really not that fair to me anyways, because until they come out with a hoagie emoji, I really have nothing that accurately represents me anyways, you know? I could just see it like 1,000 years from now. Scientists are going to unearth an ancient iPhone, you know, looking at it and like, this probably holds the key to why they killed themselves off, you know? Goodness gracious, what does cherry, peach, wave, smiley face mean, you know? I wish I could be there for that. That'll be how they figure we doomed ourselves, you know? Absolutely. It's great. Oh, man. So let's talk about a little something here. I'm sure everybody's been told or told their kids that you can be anything, right? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But I was kind of always a skeptic of this, you know? It's like, you know, beyond the obvious stuff that you can't be, like a Ninja Turtle or, you know, a female president, right? It's like, hey, it's not my fault. You know, it's like, can you really be anything, you know? And I had a great example of this a little later on in life. Let me set the stage for you here, and you guys can see what you think about it. So I got hurt on the job. I used to be a fireman, and I had to go in and get it fixed, right? So I go into the hospital here to get it done, and they check me into the hospital, right? They're like, your name? I said, Zach Sprung. I said, we're working on your right leg. Yes, you are. And they said, you got injured on the job. I said, yes, I was. And the nurse promptly draws 2 circular targets on my leg and starts to walk away. I'm like, whoa, wait a second. You can't just draw 2 targets on my leg, no explanation, walk away. Like, what are these for, you know? She goes, you'll be fine. Somebody will be in to prep you in a little bit. And continues walking on down. So I don't even know what this means, you know? I'm just sitting there in all my glory in the hospital gown, just trying to maintain some decency, you know? And I'm thinking to myself, what do they mean prep me? You know, is Tony Robbins going to like come down and give me a motivational speech beforehand, make sure I'm ready for this, you know? So as I'm laying there, my curtain opens up, and this nice gentleman emerges from the shadows, and he says, hello, my name is Jose, and I'm here to prep you. I felt better already. He had a great voice, like the most interesting man in the world, and your dad, you know? You just want to be read a bedtime story by the guy? So he comes on in, and he tells me to get ready. He sits me down just like so, grabs my leg, puts it right up on him, and he starts doing his work, starts shaving, right? And we're pretty close to some sensitive areas there. I mean, back then I was a 19-year-old firefighter. I used it, so I wanted to make sure everything was going to be okay, you know? But Jose, he's professional. He wasn't about to let it get awkward between the two of us, just eye contact and quietness, you know? So he comes out, breaks the ice, and says, man, you know, you have really nice legs. I'm like, gee, thanks, Jose. I thought you'd never notice, you know? I've been working on my weight, you know, laying off the sweets, moment on the lips, forever on the hips, you know, it's still bikini season. But I didn't say anything that cool at all. Instead, I blurted out, oh yeah, I used to dance. Like, you said, where did I even get that from? I have no idea. And he just stops working and looks at me with a confused look. And then I remember that I told him that I got injured on the job. Yeah, so I'm sure he's running through every single Chippendale scenario in his head, figuring out how on earth I did so much damage to myself just being a dancer, right? Then he goes, no, I meant, you know, like my son's a soccer player. You have legs like him. And I'm like, oh, all right, fair enough. Awkwardness ball back in my court. So he finishes up and he does a great job. Matter of fact, I have his LinkedIn profile if anybody wants it afterwards. And then I'm laying there getting ready for my surgery, and I think to myself, you know, there's an example of being whatever you want to be, right? Because how do you even get a job like that? Is it like, you know, your grandfather passed down to your father to you, and you have to have like an apprenticeship for it, you know? Right? Like, can you picture it? You know, it had to have been something like he's just sitting there on a Sunday morning with the classifieds in front of him, just like, oh man, I've got to find a new job. This head zoo shaver stuff is not working out for me, you know? Going through there, and he sees the title, all of a sudden, you know, shaver or prepper guy, whatever you call him, you know, wanted, must have own truck and tools. He's like, yes, this is my big break, you know? Runs down to the hospital, throws in an application. A couple days later, gets an interview, you know? And you got to figure, somebody that interviews for a job like this, like, it's got to be a pretty strange guy, right? Like, he's all bald, scars everywhere, because he used to use straight razors back then in his day, you know, right? Ask him some weird questions like, hey, take a look at this picture. and let me know what you think. Jose's just like, yeah, that's a solid half-inch off. It's not done correctly, right? And they ask him, of course, standard at the end of the interview, like, so do you have anything else to add there, Jose? He's like, well, just really appreciate you guys bringing me in, and all I have to say is, my work speaks for itself, right? Good old Jose, man. So that is why you can surely be anything you want, So keep telling your kids that, because that convinced me right there. I mean, if you can have that as a profession and pass that down to your kids, you can do anything for sure. Maybe except the female president part. I don't know. We'll see about that. So, guys, let me leave you on this. My daughter got to come and see me tonight for the first time. That was really cool. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys. So I promised her that I would do her favorite joke to close on here. And it happens to be an original dad joke. So if y'all indulge me here, okay? What is a pirate's favorite letter? No, 'tis the C. All right, thank you guys so much. We've got Jordan coming back up here to host the rest for us here. And thank you guys again. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You guys give it up for Zach Sprung one more time, everybody. Yes, make some noise for me, people. Alrighty, guys. Very quickly, want to show a little love over to the Flying Saucer here at the corner. Y'all feel free to stop in and get a beer. They would like me to let you know that every Tuesday they have trivia night, so y'all come on in for it. Now, let's pick that energy right back up and keep it going for our next comedian coming to the stage. She's very funny. You can catch her all over the